Join us for an enlightening experience where you will gain a deeper understanding of the purpose and essence of opening your eyes. This is your chance to enhance self-awareness and personal growth with a shift in perception that provides a fresh outlook on life. Embrace the journey from consciousness to superconsciousness by Barrett Kunyan.
Well, here we are again, and we have a beautiful soul brother, and he's Apollonios. And brother, tell our beautiful viewers where you are at the moment, because just before we connected, you said you went for a quick dip. So I think we all want to know where you are at the moment. Thank you, brother.
First of all, thank you that I'm here again, that we're here again together. And let me, how I can change my camera? Can I change my camera from the other side? I don't know. To show you, the big,
beautiful sun
and the place.
Yeah. Amazing, brother. Yeah,
I'm in a beautiful beach. I'm in a beautiful beach in North Greece, Kavala, close to the city of Kavala.
Wow.
Is some kilometers. The beach is quite 5 kilometers straight. Only sand, very thin sand, and you can walk, and it's very beautiful. And the water is a bit cold. And now I went inside, and I'm alone here. And now I feel energized and powerful.
But we can see it, brother. We can see it. It's all on your face, and we feel the frequency, brother. Today we will discuss a little bit on I don't survive, I thrive, from that place of heartfulness, because I'm going to hand the mic to you now, and because we feel the operating system isn't in survival mode. If you're in the survival mode, obviously you need lower vibration frequencies to work with. But if you're thriving, it's abundance. You know, this energy that you're talking about, connecting to the sea, the elements, the earth, the fire in your belly, and what you consume in terms of this amazing energy is about thriving. And who better than Apollonios? Because I've been following you for quite a while now, and I see that you do a lot of exciting retreats and all sorts of things. But from your interpretation, from your perspective, brother, for Apollonios, what does it mean to thrive? What does it mean to you?
Okay. I will explain it with a story, with a short story of my life. Cheers. Yamas. In Greek is Yamas. Cheers.
Yamas.
Yamas means to our health. To our health. So, for me, I don't survive, I thrive. It means that when I was 13 years old and I was in I started to be in a revolutionary mode. I had a revolutionary mind, and I didn't like the system and the news on the television and all this negative news and the negative thinking of my parents and the people around me. So I started to don't like it, and I started to feel that I'm in a war zone, and I have to fight. I have to fight to survive, because the financial system is not good, the health system wasn't good, this is not good, the other is not good. So I was in survival mode, but I didn't know it. So I started with my music and writing lyrics and in rap music. And I started from 13, 14, 50 until 20, 22. I was in the anarchy. and in the streets and fighting with police and with the system. And I had too much anger inside me, and I wanted to change the world, but from survival mode. And after when I was 22 and I had my spiritual awakening, we said about it. We said about this in the other conversation we had 1 year before.
Yes.
Yes. So when I had my spiritual heart awakening when I was 22, before 8 years old, before 8 years, I realized that to change the world, I have to open my heart and to help and to do things with love. And from that time, I stopped feeling victim, and I went from the victim zone to hero zone. I said to myself, okay, I I'm not a victim. I take a responsibility from what I'm living and what I'm eating and from everything. No one can do nothing to me. I choose what to eat, what to see, what to drink, who is my friend, who are my friends, and this and this and this. And I started to consume positive things and energy and food and more light, to put more light in my life. So I raised my vibration. Basically, the vibration raised after all this. After I started taking care of my life and my health, like I'm doing also now. I'm fasting now 20 hours. I have a swim here in cold water. I walk now 3 hours. I did workout, meditation. So I take care of my life, and the vibration goes higher. I work with my relationship. I do the shadow work with myself because we all have shadows and the limited beliefs and perceptions. So I do also this shadow work and the inner work with myself. I work with my family, with the programs I took from my family, from my mother, from my father, all these do and don't, you know. And I realize and I see and I remember who I really am and who
Mhm.
I think or who I was thinking I am or I was, or who I was believing that I was or I am. And all these things and the practices I do with myself and to myself and with other people also in the workshops, retreats, and all this. I see that they help me. I found some basic principles and pillars that, like exercise, energy work, meditation, fasting, diet, liquid diet, and so I balance in all these sections, let's say pillars, basic pillars for this pranic, let's say pranic and spiritual path and
Yeah.
energy path we follow and we live. So all this make me to feel and to thrive in yes in grounded in practical, not only in my mind, in practical in my life.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Thank you very much for that. That's very, very empowering. I was going to say, if I may quickly as well, without sidetracking too much, you mentioned liquid form in terms of food. I take it because it's less pressure for the body to use up energy to break it down into its components. So you make the digestion a lot easier for the stomach. Yes. So you work with your stomach rather than work against it. So you put all the necessary nutrients in the form of, yeah, liquid. Can you tell us, can you share like a few interesting recipes that you're using that's working really well for you?
Yes, I want to say the difference between
Solid.
liquid diet and juicing or detoxing with juices, let's say.
Okay.
Some people, when I say to them I'm mostly in liquid diet, a
Yes.
liquidarian, let's say it, they
Yes.
say, "Oh, I did the juices 100 days and this," but it's different because
Right.
liquid diet, how I see it now and how
Yes.
I'm living it, is a way of life. Is a way
Right.
of not only eating, is a tool for expanding consciousness. But
Right.
juicing is okay through detox. Many things we clear many things and the body opens and our consciousness raises, but
Yeah.
is different way of approach
Yeah.
juicing and liquids or just drinking or eating soups.
Yes.
So is the way we approach it, the food and the diet. Okay, this
Yeah.
is important to explain.
Yeah.
So about recipes, we can do many things. There are many options from fruit juices, from green juices, mostly vegetables, greens,
Mhm.
and soups, raw soups, or some cooked soups. Let's say from pumpkin soup or from a sweet potato soup with carrot and with
Yes.
pumpkin. Let's say like a mix. We can do many things, and some things that we can eat it also solid. We can eat it, we can do it liquid, but mostly we prefer to drink raw liquids like smoothies. Let's say we can eat persimmons, and
Yes.
that persimmon is a winter fruit also that now is January, and bananas is a good combination.
Mhm.
Sometimes maybe I put bananas or after workout or before workout, but mostly after workout. Like 3 bananas or 4 bananas and 3, 4, 5 dates together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
cinnamon and a bit not hot water, but a bit hot water,
Warm
and
water.
I make it in the blender and I make
Yeah.
it like a smoothie. I put it in my jar and I
Yeah.
drink a half a liter smoothie or 1 liter. Or juices, every kind of juices, green juices, fruit juices. If you want to tell you some recipes, yes, I can say more
Yeah. No,
about
that's
this.
brilliant. Where are you with this beautiful fruit? Because recently I've engaged with pineapple. Pineapple. Do you have access to pineapple where you are at the moment, or is it different types of food? Uh,
Pine I bought it from supermarket sometimes.
okay.
I don't take every s- often, but I bought it from supermarket here in Greece.
Yeah. 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 No,
We
that's
don't produce pineapples here.
yes. 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 Now, tell me a little bit reference to, do you feel that it's in, because we have seasons on the planet, you have, summer, autumn, spring, and winter. Do you feel that our bodies should adapt to the seasons? Like, for example, should we be, and the other thing I was going to ask you, if we live in a particular geographical location on the planet where we can't source certain types of food, because nowadays a lot of things you can find in the supermarket, but it might not be bananas that we're buying. Bananas are no longer bananas, but without complicating things too much. But do you feel that it's important to eat according to the seasons, or do you think that's a myth?
Mm. Good question. Um, from the logical, let's say, logic aspect, the most important is to go with the flow, to go with the
Yeah,
season, to go with every season. What can we take from the place we are, and what the season gives to us? Let's say now
yeah,
is winter. We have more kiwis, oranges. Uh, mandarins, mandarinia, or grapefruit, or avocado. In Greece, we have also bananas. In South Greece, in Creta,
Oh,
we have
beautiful.
bananas and
Yeah.
and avocado also. We have also avocado from Ecuador, not Ecuador, from South America, something,
Yeah.
or bananas from Ecuador. But
Mhm.
we have also bananas in Greece.
That's fantastic.
Let's say that banana is a winter fruit.
Hmm.
It's not a summer fruit,
Yeah.
like watermelon or melon or other fruits. So I mostly go with the flow and what the
All right.
season brings to me. And now that is winter, I drink and eat mostly the greens we have now in the winter and some other vegetables and fruits. And
Yeah.
also like pumpkin soup. The pumpkin now is winter, so we make it here. I like it very much like a soup.
Yeah.
So
Very
I
nice.
try to go with the flow. And
Beautiful.
yes.
Yeah. What about structured water? Do you feel that the best structured water is what you're talking about in its liquid form? So when you're extracting the liquid from your vegetables and your fruits, in your opinion, do you feel that this is the best form of liquid water that you can consume, or is it on the same token? Is it also good to supplement that with just pure water? So it's a combination. Can
Mm.
you just live off, for example, can we just, let's say if I only drank 10% water, I don't mean necessarily from the tap, but you consume the best possible water that you can get your hands on. What percentage do you think? And we're all obviously different. We're all vibrating depending on our calories and how we exercise. But as a golden rule, is it a 50-50 ratio or is it like, because again, I'm answering my own questions, but if you sweat a lot in the summer, it's different. The winter is different. You know, what kind of hyper, if you move a lot, it's different. But talk to me just on the basis of structured water. What's your understanding of what is structured water, lovely brother? What do you understand
Mm.
about water?
For me now with the diet I do, especially mostly in the summer,
Yeah.
spring, summer, autumn, I don't
Yeah.
drink water really
Wow.
much. I drink
Wow.
I drink mostly the water from juices because it's
Beautiful.
more nourishment, more nurturing for the body. But when I find a good spring in the mountain or in my village where I live, also
Yeah.
I
How,
we have some springs there. We have very clear and alive water, energized water.
how do you
So
know? So I didn't mean to
yes.
interrupt you there, but I was going to say, how do you know that the water is clear? Is it because your body's responding in a particular way? How do you know? Because without talking too much, there may be impurities in that water that you might not see. There may be certain organisms in the water that could be a little bit detrimental to the body. Do you think that you have a better body tolerance to pure water, if, even though there may be slight impurities? Talk to me about, because you're very confident that that's one of several things that I like so much about you, that you just said that if you find a place where it's clean water. But how do we know that the water is clean?
No. Uh, if we don't check it, we don't know it, or
Okay.
we don't know if something happens to our body after 10, 20, 30 years. We have problem. But when I drink it, when I drink it from from a mountain, not from a spring, let's say from a spring. Um, I feel it very energizing, first of all.
That's it, isn't it? Because yeah.
No, it's not
Yes.
that I'm drinking just water from a river. I drink water from spring, you know, from a specific place that it comes out from the rocks and from the soil. So
Mhm.
the earth has the ability to filter the
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the bad ingredient,
Um,
you know.
you, yeah, thank you for that. Because where I'm talking to you right now, this place, it's called Austria, and where we live, there's a well, and we do get it tested every year to see how pure the water is, and it comes back very positive. Even the pH balance is pretty good. Everything in the water is very good, and the most important thing, brother, um, I feel very energized, you know, and because your skin gets it, and you're drinking it as well, so you feel like you don't need to necessarily wait 20, 30 years to find out. It's like instantaneous eruption you have to the water, and you feel the upliftment, which is very, very good. And talk to me about how important it is to communicate with all that is outside of ourselves. So talk to me about how important it is to be graceful, to be in that. Do you say a little ceremony before you consume something? Do you say, thank you so much for the water, thank you very much for the food? Talk to me about, because you close your eyes a lot, and I appreciate that, and thank you for sharing the wisdom. Is it important to say thank you before we eat?
In the beginning, when someone starts to realize if that this is important, yes. So
Yeah.
when we are grateful, the vibration we send and the energy we have, uh, we transfer trans transfer it to the water, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, like the experiment with Masaru Emoto that he shows us about the water and what happens to the water when we speak about it, or the experiment with the rice. We
Yeah.
cook rice and we put it in 3 separate jars, and we speak to the one rice like this, the other like this, and like this. So our energy, what we say, and what we think, and what we feel.
Is the internet stopped?
I'll have to look. I don't think so. I don't know.
No, we're still
Is he on
recording.
a mobile?
Yeah, maybe he just got disrupted at the moment.
Check.
I'm sure he will come back. Ah, he's sending me a message. Wow. Thank you very much. So Apollonius is apologizing because his phone kind of overheated, and he says he will get back to us. But it's one of those things. Katrina, are you there, my sweetie? Yeah, but it's interesting what Katrina. It's interesting what Apollonius was talking about with structured water, because what he's saying is that we have the ability to change the consciousness of something, but it begins with yourself first. Yeah. So looking at things that may have some degree of negativity to it, because there may be something in the water that could cause a problem, but we positively charge it with our thoughts.
Yeah.
And often enough, that's what happens with most things, but we do it maybe semi-consciously. But the whole basis of thriving is being super conscious, conscious aware, and better still, okay, you do it with the water, but you could imagine if you start being so conscious of your footprints, because you know how we are is we leave impressions. We seem to be leaving these incredible markers wherever we travel. So imagine you leave very, very positive charges where you're saying within your signature that, because the name of our discussion today, I don't survive, I thrive, and it's from this point, because what we have three brains in our bodies. Would you agree with that, Katrina? So we've got the brain here, we've got the heart here, and we've got the stomach. Okay. And I would say the heart is right in the middle. And that's where you want to be in unison. You know, so if you have, let's say, a relatively bad day at the office, and then one day you have a good day, the reason why you know the difference between good and bad is because you, on one hand, you had the bad, on the other hand, you had good. You bring it into balance. Yeah, because if you have too much of something, it's never good. If you have too little of something, it's never the best. But if you bring it into order and to add real meaning and purpose behind the movement, uniquely important for your growth, then that's where you need to be, which is like bringing the two hands together into some kind of balance. But also with the bioactivation platform, what we find is that in its nucleus, it's so important when you're interacting with organisms, not necessarily just humans, animals, plants, and what the elementals, that in our movement of the signatures and markers we are leaving, the very foundation is cause no harm, cause no loss, and do not impose on the freedom of others. And to appreciate the only law in town, which is natural-based law, not this inorganic one, which is dictating to us. Now, we understand these are testing times right now. We understand that, you know, a new president has been elected for America, and great changes are coming. But for me, it's about what Kennedy said as well. It's about not what you can, you know, what I can do for you. What can you do for me? It's a two-way dialogue in order to create this powerful trinity. It's about responsibility, accountability, and taking ownership in the sense that when you are at that point of gratitude, appreciation, you understand the essence of that evolution, you're out of survival. You're out of survival and you're in that I am presence. And then when you are in that I am that I am, what do you see? Well, for me, I treat people the way I want to be treated. So rather than throwing anger, bitterness, competition, rivalry, you say, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. And it's all the I am, I love you, all these very, very powerful, commanding, universal structures fall into alignment. And then you realize that you become into the which is a new precedent in some ways. We're creating a new paradigm, a new earth. So we are creating a place where ownership gives rise to guardianship, where we're all equal, shoulder to shoulder. No man is less or more than you are. So it becomes a beautiful form of environment for the soul to engage and to grow and to become more So yeah, it's but it's interesting what Apollonius was saying about the diet, though, Katrina. You know,
About having the liquid diet.
the liquid diet as well, because it does help the stomach a lot as well, because you a lot of energy goes into digestion. And the other thing that accelerates digestion, I find from my perspective, is thankfulness. Being in that place of grace before consuming anything, and you say, "I appreciate. Thank you so much." I always find that yeah, when you connect to that omnipotency of the planet, um, it's a very powerful mindset, if you will, to be in that space of really appreciating all that you have. And we have a lot, because when we look at intrinsic value, you become a value builder rather than a value destroyer, because you're not competing for survival. You're not trying to belittle someone where you take their powers away. You're not trying to cause harm or impose in any shape or form. So yeah, so we will end the show on this note, and we'll have Apollonius back in due course. I think I've just got a message from him now. Let's see what he's saying. Fantastic. Yeah, that's very positive. So I've just got a message from Apollonius. He's saying that another 2-3 minutes he will get his laptop up and running, and so he can join, and maybe we can yeah, to talk a little bit more. Apollonius is an amazing soul brother. I mean, he's very, very adventurous. He's also a great community builder, and he's a very important key member of our human evolution, because he's naturally bringing a lot of modalities, and that's some of the things we can talk about when he comes back. And also the fact that I also, with the help of my beautiful partner Katrina, we're looking at putting together 3-day retreats. But the exercises that we want to do, I don't want to premeditate it too much, because no two apples are the same, no two beings are the same. And when we have a small group of people, we need a few hours to feel each other, and to understand, because we're all different frequencies, and for me, when we organize a retreat, it's so important to be able to feed off each other in the most profound way. So I'm not creating a classroom where I'm the teacher and I'm bringing people in. No, we're having this dual exchange system where we understand cymatics, we understand the symbiosis relationship. There may be in this group, let's say hypothetically 3 people, 10 people, it doesn't matter. We may trigger each other, and the triggering is very, very important to pay attention to, because I find that the greatest trigger is the greatest teacher, because it's representing aspects of ourselves that still needs a little bit of attention. And the best attention you can give it when you're triggered is, what can I learn? Because there is some lack. Yeah, because if your operating system is abundance, you don't actually need anything as per se. But if you're getting triggered because something is causing some discomfort in yourself, you've got to look at that, and then it's being highlighted by a brother or a sister. So we need to thank that brother and sister, because that brother and sister is kind of drawing you to look at a particular area in your body that maybe you've neglected. Okay, and we're all at times guilty of this. But you know, if I may also, and without sort of getting too excited about the next topic I'm going to raise, and I should really be patient and bring Apollonios into this, it's alignment. Every 3.5 billion years, I mean, there seems to be a massive shift, incredible. I think it's called ascension. And this is happening as we speak in the next couple of hours. Is that right, Katrina?
I think in Oslo it should be around 5 o'clock. I know in England
5
it's
o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yeah. You know, they're different intervals, but, you know, these are unprecedented times, and it's important right now. This is divinely timed as well, connecting with the beautiful soul brother as well, to become conscious of what is taking place. There's an event taking place, and it's important to become conscious aware of this event, because there's going to be a beautiful split. Yeah, I mean, even the Bible, I think the Bible talks about it, right, Katrina? The Bible talks about it from the point of view a rapture. Yeah. So it's important to be in that I am state of beingness and say to yourself, well, look, this new earth in an ideal world, what would I like to see? You know, so it's important to put it out there right now, this minute, right? And say to yourself, right, I'd like to create a world where we are not causing harm. We don't really need to compete for survivalness, because really there's a thing called abundance, and abundance for all. And that includes all our beings, all beings, every organism has the right to thrive. Okay? So the powers that were before were using special languages in order to keep us in a captive situation. And if you're aware of the fact of it's captive, should we be thankful? I mean, I've noticed within our beautiful spiritual community, there seems to be a little bit of an interesting debate going on. Causing harm. Yes, it should not be tolerated. So when you get to that level of consciousness, you would not anywhere near tolerate any form of harm. And it begins with yourself, ultimately. And I can understand for a very long time, the average human wasn't in their ownership situation within the vessel, taking accountability, this trinity that we're talking about, accountability, responsibility, because they were not happy. Now, if you're not happy, you cannot raise the frequency. I've just got another message. I feel he's coming in. So any second now, I think brother will be back into the studio. So being happy is the name of the game, because if you're not happy, you're not really assisting humanity. Smiling is so important. Being in that place of solitude, and in that place where you really appreciate the yin and the yang. Your masculine, your feminine. It's all about bringing it into this place called equilibrium, balance, and that's so important. So when brother comes in, which is now, here we are. If I click add, hello. Oh, we have a good background as well. Thank you, brother. Can you
I'm
hear me?
here.
Yeah. Thank you, brother, for. Sorry that you're probably kind of overheated, but I'm glad that you're back.
Wait one moment. One
Yes,
moment, just to order something where I'm now. Okay.
thank you.
Θέλω. Το έχεις προετοίμαστε γιατί σε βιάζουν. Ένα Αμερικάνο διπλό σκέτο με κανέλα. Εντάξει. Okay.
Aristotle. Yes, brother. So, yeah, I mean, while you were away, I was talking quite a few things, and I said I must be patient and talk to you a little bit about this planetary alignment that's taking place, which happens every 3.5 billion years. I mean, this is unprecedented. I mean, it's like the ascension process that we're kind of like going through. And from a biblical point of view as well, it talks about this in Revelations called the rapture, where the earth will be split into two. Now, brother, is it important at this time, with this planetary alignment, to be heartful, to be in that place where you now commit and say that this is what I want on the new earth? Talk to me how these energies are knocking at your door, brother, and your own personal interpretation of these unprecedented times that we're living in at the moment.
Ναι. Basically, I have an issue now here with the. I didn't hear clearly the question. Can you say
Yes.
it again shortly?
Yes, I'll keep it shorter. The planet is going through a shift in consciousness. It's raising its vibration. And how important is it for humanity right now to be in that place where it's important to understand and appreciate the real values of life, and really to be more accountable, responsible citizens of the planet, not trusting or the need to have others to take responsibility for us. It's important when you're in that place of heartfulness to be centered, to say that thank you to the government, but no thank you. I can fend for myself, and I can be a very powerful value for the earth. Because when you become very conscious of your markers, your impressions, you're leaving a footprint. Talk to me about your footprints. Talk to me about where you feel. Is there truth? Is there validity that there is an alignment, and it's happening while we speak in the next couple of hours? Are you aware of what's happening on a planetary level, my lovely brother? Sorry, I kept it short. Not so short. Did you get all of that?
Yes. No. Sometimes I get confused with myself with all this. I'm trying to feel inside and what is happening outside. Let's say outside. It's never outside. Everything is inside in reality.
Yes.
But when I see all the, both sides, and the dark side and the light side, you know, all these things that is happening in the world, and the war, and all this dark side that is coming out now, and we see it. I think is not. I think I feel, and I believe, and I live also with the way that I stop giving my energy to the negative side, and I start to raising my vibration and connect with people from heart to heart and soul to soul, like we do also, me and you, even if we don't know each other from yet from close, but we feel, and we have the same vision from the earth and from for the world and from for everyone. So I think it's a good time. It's a very good time, and because we have knowledge from the ancient times and from the Greek philosophers that left to us some knowledge about what will happen, and like Plato also, Platonas, they told us what will happen and about the new age that we are now, not the new age, the golden age, the era of Hydrophos. What is the zodiac sign now in English?
Aquarius. Yeah.
Aquarius, bravo.
Yeah.
And this Aquarius age that we live now,
Yeah.
let's see this. Aquarius has this symbol with zigzag. Is this, and another one from down is zigzag, the Aquarius symbol. So
Yeah.
it is like uh, everything will be in light from now on. We will know what is the dark side and what is the light side. The light, yes,
Yeah.
both sides. So we have the option to choose where we want to belong, with the light
Wow.
or with the dark. You know, because before some years we didn't know, and the people didn't know who is bad, who is saying the truth, who is saying lies. We were like confused. We didn't know what is happening in our system, in our countries. But now we see that
Okay.
we see that everything comes out in light, like when we put olive in a glass of water. When we put olive oil in the glass of water, the oil comes up on the top. You know, the
Surface.
olive oil, when you put it on the glass of of water, the olive oil comes on the surface. The
Yeah.
truth is like this.
Yes.
Truth, even after 1 year or after 100 years or after 3,000 years, the truth comes on the surface and everyone can see the truth. So we are on the age that we see the truth, what is happening in reality, and we have to choose what we do. We still continue with the same mind, with the same emotions, with the same way of living and way of life. And this is something that I say to people that they are coming to me. They
Yeah.
say I want to change that, I want to change diet, let's say, and I say to them, I'm not here to change your diet. I'm here to change the way of thinking and your lifestyle through diet, through your
Yeah.
diet, through your detox. It's not only I don't eat bread. I eat apples. It's not this.
Yeah.
It's a way
Yeah.
of living. It's a way of another perception.
Thank you for that, brother. Look, brother, a lot of people are talking about a collapse. Now, the collapse, the way I see it, it doesn't need to be traumatic, because if your operating system genuinely rises to the occasion where your heart's centered, there is no collapse. For me, there is a celebration. So if those people are sitting here right now listening to this conversation and we're being negative by the word collapse, it means that you still haven't grasped what we're saying. For me, it is a time of celebration. My day begins with excitement and awe, because we understand why we open and close our eyes. Because I genuinely believe this is the primary objective, is to know thyself. Is there anything better than that, lovely brother? Did you hear?
What did you ask?
I said, is there anything better than knowing thyself? To know thyself, to have a connection that the as from above, as from below, there is a phenomenal communication, correspondence.
To master the world, one phrase says, one has to know thyself. So I have to know myself so I can know the world. I have to master myself so I master the world. And because I'm Greek, and we have here in central Greece the temple of Apollo, of God Apollo, in the central Greece, in Delphi. In the when you go in the temple to enter the temple, there is a quote up that says, know thyself, know yourself in the temple, know yourself. So the know thyself is something that is guiding me all the time, and this is the most important thing. So if I know myself, and because I feel and I see and I understand that we are all one, and if we say that we are all one, I don't have to understand you and or to know you. If I know myself, I will know you, I will know the other person, I will feel the other person, I will understand everything. Because we are all one in essence, so we understand everything after. So is like this, you say. It's it's an era of we have to celebrate, basically.
Absolutely.
The new age, the new era.
Yes. Yeah, it's like we're standing up to the occasion where we've been also you know, I feel my guides. I feel my guides every day and everywhere. I'm you know because there's a lot happening within the communities, because I'm also feeling that we are being in a position where we are having soon a very open dialogue with higher elevated beings of light, whereby they can now meet us for the first time, because we've been able to match the frequency of the golden age that we're talking about. We're talking about enlightenment, where our fear-based energy is let's say, in not so many words, under control. And we understand how duality works. We understand that you understand the nature of an opposing polarity and how it works, and how cymatics works, and the symbiotic relationship of life. In your heart, do you feel that an open dialogue with higher being, because you see it more and more happening now, it's being almost, well, televised. I'm seeing it in the mainstream news at the moment, reference to some kind of connection, contact, first contact. What I mean by first contact, brother, I'm talking about mainstream first contact, because I know there's been contactees, but what I'm saying, for it to become more open source connection, do you see this happening in the next few days?
Yes, but there is also a trap, because we have to be very intuitive and very connected, very grounded, and to discriminate. We have to have a good discrimination, because with this technology that there is exist now, and we don't know yet all the technology that is around us. They can misuse it. They can use it for their reasons. So we have to be open to. We have to be careful. But as the energies, the frequency is raising, I think, and I feel and I see it also, like you say, that we are more able to connect with higher beings, more open, and it will be more like everyday life. It will be like more normal. And
Yeah.
today I read an article about one lady from Russia. She was blind. Her name is Baba Vanga. Baba Vanga.
Yes.
They, they,
Yes.
they say they call her Baba Vanga, I think. And she could see things that will happen in the future.
Yes.
She was born in 1911 and she died.
84, I think.
She saw her death at 85 years old. She died before some years, and she said about 2025 it will happen this in the world. 2050 it will happen this in the world. 2150 it will happen this in the world. She saw some things that will happen in the world. And she said also about 2000, I don't know, 2050 or 2100. I don't remember. That she said that we will have a communication with aliens, with other beings from other planets, and that we will find life or we try to find sources from Aphrodite, from another planets, and etc. So I think everyone now is starting to see it more logical, and that we have communication with aliens and with other beings also
Yeah. Absolutely.
through light transmissions.
Yeah. Robert, do you see the life expectancy? Do you feel that the life expectancy when you go if you, because there's two types of everything, there's two types of, you have something organic, inorganic, something that is real and something not so real. So when you start understanding the truth, natural law based understanding what truth is, it will set the mind free, and your operating system will be the heart. So this is going to be the new mindset from this perspective, where you're centered. So this reference to the soul connection, where there's been a lot of recycling process going on for God knows, thousands, if not millions, I don't know exactly, but it's the soul's been recycling to in and out, in and out. Do you feel now, where we now take independence, when we talk about Independence Day, I feel in my heart, in the next couple of hours, we are going to salute Independence Day from the perspective of we don't need anyone to save us anymore. We don't need some being to come and say, I'm your savior. Do you feel that there is a phenomenal burst of energy from the heart, which is coming from the spine and going up to the crown? And it is the crowning, because the crown jewels and the activation that's taking place here, we will begin to glow in the dark.
Already doing this, it is already happening. I feel it, I live like this, and I see it in my life and with the people I'm close. And the era of needing someone to say, oh, you need to do this, like someone above us, is done. Now everyone has his wisdom, knowledge, and etc. Like me, you, someone else, and we connect our energies, and we becoming one big. We becoming one, like we are already one, but we become something big together. One big together. We are the one together. So for me, this era is era of connection, no separation. because I live like this, you know, all my friends now and the people I guide, and they become after friends with me, some of them, and you know, this is my way of living. So I see that this can happen, and it's already happening. If this
Yeah.
happens in a small circle, uh, this can happen worldwide. But because I have also some other people from other places of the world, and I see I'm also in other groups, and you know, so many people are connecting. They are coming together and work together and live together. And so I have one phrase to say about this, that we need each other. We need each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
We need each other. There is one wise phrase in Greek that it is called in Greek "Ischis en ti enosi." Ischis en ti enosi is ancient Greek. It means ischis is the power, the strength, and ti enosi it means when we are connected. So it
Yeah.
all together is power. The power is when we are together, you know. And something else, because I want to show this. If you when we give the hand to each other, but normal hand, now I can do it with my hands. It happens this, you know, this here. I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
spiral. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like a spiral. So this spiral, that when we do this together like this,
Yeah.
is very strong connection. It means very strong connection. You know, the hands.
Yeah.
So this is the era of connection for me.
Yeah.
That's why
No,
we
that's
talk also here.
absolutely. Um, I was feeling my way into reference to retreats because I was governed or guided divinely for a 3-day retreat. And primarily in this 3-day retreat, I'm not into labels and titles, but it's about heartfulness. And this retreat is all about preparation of food, liquids coming together. It's a ceremony, and bringing all the elements, you know, earth, fire, water, and all these great elements, having it in the 3 days, but not for it to be premeditated, because this retreat is designed holistically from the perspective of no two beings are the same frequency. So it's so delicate when you organize something, that when they come in, we start to converge with our energies, you know, brotherhood, sisterhood. Because for me, 1+1 is 2 is not the answer. For me, 1+1 is 3 and more. So when you add something to something, you create a trinity. So these 3-day retreats is all about activation, so that you become this powerful heart-centered being, where you are. I don't like to use the word endorsing somebody, but or a baptism or these fancy words, but you get ignited, where you know you get the ability to see, to siphon the truth, and then you become the change that you want to see in the world. This is the kind of retreats we want to, because we are not commercial. We're not here to advertise and to pretend to be something that we're not. This is about no need to advertise, because the testimonial is your footprint, because the intrinsic value is energy. How are we energizing the every being, including animals, including plants? How are we engaging with all this around us? So the feedback from, you see, I tell people that I've never chased money, because think about it. If you're not competing, what is competition? I am above you. You might I need, so capitalism would say you need to lose, so I want to spend. No, 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 no. Cause no harm, cause no loss. Do not impose on the freedom of the movement. But really, when you leave that impression, I love you, I'm grateful to you, they can't do enough for you. They're excited in your presence. This is what it's about, to be happy, to be. So when you come into this incredible 3-day retreat, which I'm kind of putting out there, if you come and you don't leave with a big smile on your face, I have failed to be myself, which is to be happy, to be centered. And everything about me isn't, I'm not here to impress, to impose, is to bring you to a place of knowing yourself. To know thyself is the ultimate gift and activation. So that's the kind of stuff we're kind of feeling our way into, and really when this takes place, and I know you're a beautiful shining soul brother. I'm going to connect you with a beautiful brother soon as well. He's based in Crete, and he's also excited, and he's and I'm now met somebody else. So we bring it all together, and we create this unity, and it's really exciting, brother. You know, it's been a while since we last corresponded, but this is divinely timed schedule that we're having right now. But for our viewers, brother, is there anything anyone should be concerned about reference to these times? Because there's going to be a collapse, obviously, because, you know, things that are artificially implanted into the natural habitat of this incredible times, it will surface. You talked about olive oil, in ointment. So things are beginning to surface. Is there anything you can say to people, maybe to ground themselves more? What do a day fasting, 2 days fasting, or something? Breathing exercise. Tell our beautiful viewers, because you are a beautiful soul brother, and I honor you and respect you and love you very much. Tell our beautiful viewers what they can do to neutralize and harmonize this incredible energy that's coming through right now.
The most important is to understand that our thinking affects our reality, the way of thinking, the way of eating also, because we are light. We can see it through Kirlian photography, or we know that we have an electromagnetic field. I wrote an article yesterday. You put your like on Facebook. You saw it, I think. We are electromagnetic beings. We have an aura. So this means that if we understand that we are energy, we have to think in terms of energy, like Nikola Tesla said, in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So we have to eat food that is close to our nature and to our body, to our natural physical body. So fruits, vegetables, not refined foods or fake foods, not foods, but proyoda, like it's not real food. We have to eat physical, natural food. This can help our body to raise vibration, so our thinking will clear, our emotions will clear, so we will understand better. We can regulate our emotions better, our thinking better. So a natural way of living is the most important. Eating, the most important. So meditation is also the most important for me. Meditation, learning how to breathe and how to regulate the energy in the body through breathing, through breath work. This is what I'm doing also. I practicing and I guide also people on this and on meditation. The other is fasting, but fasting is quite is not so simple. We have to have a guidelines, because some people, when they start fasting, they exaggerate. So it's better to do a intermittent fasting in the beginning, like 16 hours every day, 16 hours every day, and keep this program for half a year. Can you keep a small program? Very easy, but every day for half a year or 1 year. Intermittent fasting 16 hours, or put 24 hours at least, one day every week, 24 hours fasting, only water, or water with herbs, or juices for other people, or for other people they can do fruits for 1 day every week. You know, there are steps. It depends where everyone is. For me, to do now only with water is easy because I got it now. I do it many years, so it's very easy. But for someone that starts now, they can do only raw food, raw vegan, natural food, not cooked food for 1 day every week. It's like a beginning. One
Step.
every week the same day for 3 months, 1 day, only raw vegan. After they can do it only with fruit for other 3 months. After for another 3 months, you can do it only with juices. After you can do it only with herbs. After you can do it only water, water basically for spring water if you can find spring water, okay, or water with lemon is very good. Or after you can do half day dry fast and half day water. After you can do it 1 day every week, dry fasting. But to do someone dry without water, it needs for the body to be very hydrated. So it means that the previous days you have to drink more juices, more raw food, so the body can go easily to dry fasting. Because 1 day of dry fasting, no water, no food, is like 3 days with water fasting. So it's very big. It's very big. 1 day of fasting, 1 day with water is like 3 days juicing. So
Yeah.
imagine if you do 4 days every month of fasting, 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours, is like you did 12 days of juicing. If
Yeah.
you do 4 days every month of fasting, it is like 12 days of juicing. You can imagine in 1 year how much light you let your body absorb and activate from inside, because our cells, our billion cells, is like a small sun. Every cell is like a sun. If we activate our cells in the body, they can generate power, electricity, energy. This is what we need. This is the energy we have inside to activate it. But with the way of living we're used to do, and with the way of eating, we shrink our energy field and our body. So we work with qigong, with breath work, with meditation, to activate and to expand our energy field, our energetic body. So the energetic body will feed the physical body. And if we have a strong energetic body, this energy will can sustain the physical body. So we will need less physical food, less solid food, and more meditation, more energy work, more grounding. So when we're grounding and when we do qigong, we feel that we take energy, and after we're not so hungry. We don't need so much food. You understand? Because we feed from prana, from energy. This is what I want to teach to the people and also to myself. This is what I'm practicing all these years, to activate the energy body so much, so I will not need so much food. I'm not dependent on food. I work with addictions, with emotional addictions, with addictions on food. This is what I'm working, and I guide people. It's the most important to expand. Otherwise, if we activate the higher chakras, the lower chakras will have problem, and we cannot go up if we don't clean ourselves down. If we
Yeah.
don't do the inner work, the shadow work, and we don't change diet and all this. So these things are very important for someone to work with emotional eating, and beliefs, limited beliefs on food and on the nourishment. Because nourishment, food is not solid food is not nourishment only. Energy,
Yeah.
breathing is nourishment, sun is nourishment, grounding is nourishment, hug is nourishment. So if we activate this perception in our minds, in our bodies, that all this is nourishment, and this beautiful connection we have now here for me is nourishment, because I feel my heart and my body. I want to talk more and more when I start speaking, because I feel the energy is coming out. You feel me. I have this energy
Absolutely.
coming out. And I want to express more, and I want to express more. So this for me is nourishment. I don't feel hungry after this. I feel energized.
Yeah. Like,
So if we do this, we will get free from many things, and we'll open very much, and we will have more messages from the universe, and we will
yeah.
connect and ground all the higher frequencies in our body. We need to become strong, energy body, physical body strong, so we will ground these new frequencies that are coming from the sun and from the universe.
Beautiful, brother. Just before we end, I don't want it to end. I want it to go forever. But just to, we just passed the hour and 16, and I was going to say, talk to me a little bit about pain, because some people don't like pain, and they want to suppress it or take a pill, or they want to run away from pain. Tell me, for you, what pain is, what kind of messenger it is, and is it good to feel pain?
Okay, I like it. I like this question. I like all your questions.
Thank you, brother.
uh, Pain is a message from the body, or from emotional body, from physical body, that something
Yeah,
is happening, and we have to see it, to feel it, to understand what is, to accept it, and
yeah.
to let it be. So we take the message to change it. Pain is not here to kill us. Pain is here
Yes.
to heal us. But we
Wow.
have to see pain as a healing, not as destroying or killing. Because when we are in pain, or we have a fever, like 40 degrees fever
Yeah.
is healing. But the people take pills because they learned that we have to take pills to
What?
bring fever down. But
Yeah.
it's not good, because fever is for healing, not for killing. Okay,
I
it
think.
depends. It depends if someone has a big problem, or it cannot hold so much. Okay, maybe sometimes we can take something more.
Well,
Yes.
the average person, the reason why they take pills from an average perspective is because they're fearful, they're scared, and because, bless you for being here, because I know that with your light, people will be less scared. But if there were more people like you that they can turn to, they wouldn't need to suppress it, because you're a beautiful energy that makes people more stable. So I suppose because they get so worried that they listen to somebody who may not have their best interest, and then suddenly they get into trouble. That's why I feel that it's so important that more and more people become this way inclined to expose the truth, so that the truth will set them free. Because I think people are operating from fear. That's why they are doing some of the things they're doing, thinking that, okay,
No,
I will research later. Please, if you can add to that. Yeah.
no. I agree. I agree with this. I have just to say only the opposite from fear is love.
Yeah.
So this is what you say all the time, and what we say here. If we are here in the energy of the heart, if we open the heart, the fear goes away. This this is the cure for me.
Okay, brother. Look, I think that a lot of people are in relationships, okay? And if, for example, they're in a relationship and they think they're having a relationship, but for me, my understanding is to have a relationship with yourself ultimately, to know yourself, to understand. And then if you still want to be in a relationship, because you're now having a relationship with life, where you're having a relationship with anybody and everybody that comes in contact with you. So you're not limiting yourself, you're equal to everything. Now, there is a misconception here, and I must say, for a while, I was also in a place where life was a bit of a puzzle, because we often condemn what we don't understand, because we're in that place of survival, and we have to be in decompartmentalization. We need to put ourselves into little boxes, and suddenly when that gets shattered and you no longer need to be in boxes, the illusion gives way that you don't need to even be in a relationship with anyone in particular, because there's a word called unconditionality. What does it mean to be unconditional? Do you have to restrict yourself to one particular person or animal or whatever it is that you're endowing, like loving? Where are you with this word, this new paradigm, this new state of mind? Do you need to be in a relationship with somebody to really understand or appreciate what life is?
Say again the last phrase. The last phrase. Do you need?
Yeah. Do you
Do you
feel
think?
that people need to be in a relationship in order to understand the essence of what life is? Can you have a relationship with life itself? Do you need to restrict yourself to one person?
Very good question, because I'm also in a relationship right now, and or I make this question to myself many times. Sometimes when we are not good in the relationship, I ask this to myself. I search for answers inside me, outside of me. Look, the essence of life and who we are, and all this love and light and all this, I felt it inside of me, that I have to take care of myself. I can to help people and to do all these things. Um, and when we are in a relationship with another person, we are very close. So we have to work also with our we have to do this shadow work and this inner work, the inner child work, because there is where our true self and our true character comes up. So the families now in this age, there is a crisis on families, and on this mother, father, children. There is a crisis, and
Yeah.
so it's a bit difficult from the one side, because we start to know ourselves. It's a bit difficult to have a relationship with people, with other people, because everyone is like, I don't know what is happening in my life. I have to find myself. So if we don't know ourselves, and we are very complicated and confused with our professional, or with our work, with our financial, with our way of living. If we are
Yeah.
very confused with this, it's very difficult to be in a relationship. But if we find a person that is working with oneself, is
Yeah.
good, because you can expand very fast. But we have to find a person that will help you to grow more, not hold you back, not to keep
Yeah.
the same diet, not keep the same way of living,
Oh,
drinking, smoking, anything.
yeah.
We have to find a person that will help us to grow. This is
Okay.
the important for me. So
Yeah.
relationships are good if we find a person that wants to work together, because we're here to work together. And the relationship, with you can be friend with your partner and work together. This inner work
Yeah.
important.
The,
Yeah.
the, the thing, the thing, thank you for that. That was invaluable. What I find from my perspective, if I may bring it to the viewers as well, is attachments. People or situations, there is a feeling that it's important to attach ourselves. But if you learn to detach yourself, and I think the greatest detachment is the body, is the human body. As you begin to understand, and as we activate the Kundalini, and as we become more of the macabre body, if you will, then you can have a relationship with anything and everything. And I had an incredible experience a few years back through my meditation, because I've been sort of, well, I've been in that beingness of transmental meditation for quite a while. So I was in a position where the two lights, they're just, because you're light sound frequency, so these two lights just went in, because the real you is not male or female. What it is, you're both, but you're kind of holding it in a place where, that's why I have I can have an incredible relationship with a man, and not worry about, am I gay, am I not gay? You know, it's, I don't have any of this sexual the sexual energy needs to be understood, not misunderstood. If you're in control of your sexual energy, how you send that energy through the spine, your antenna, to this place where you're now transmitting, because you're, the way I see it, you know, the eyes are projectors. You know, it's what you want to see in the world. And so, you know, we can be in a situation, we can be in a paradigm, we can be in an Earth-like scenario where the new forms of procreation is going to be an altered state of an evolutionary change in how we perceive the conception, how we, because, so I'm talking a lot right now, but you see, our beautiful son, he's 20 years old, and I can't wait for you to meet him. I love, every cell in my body loves him. And the thing is, Katrina and myself, we were very, very, very conscious at the time of conception to be happy, because we are creating a new type of society or humanity. Because when you're happy, and when this child came, fine, you know, the child is happy, doesn't need to drink, doesn't have to have sex, doesn't need to eat a lot to be happy. Is happy inside because the parents, they were very conscious. So we need to be more mindful, of course heartful, but we have to be mindful of what we are doing, because we are leaving very powerful markers. So do you feel that even organizing events in the retreat, you could create a very concise recipe, if you will, that will harness, that will incorporate every aspect of the evolution of the human soul, to be very much, because telepathy, for example, I'm getting more and more telepathic. And let me tell you what I'm removing. I'm removing this level of conditionality that we live in. Right now, I'm talking to my soul brother. Okay, so telepathy is a very powerful technology, can only be done soul to soul, not Apollonios and Barrett. It won't work, you know, but you have a unique frequency, I have a unique frequency, and we communicate. This is how it works. And I must honor you, I must respect you, I must love you, I must want you. Your presence needs to be understood in order to communicate, and it begins with yourself first, you know. And do you feel that society now is becoming more intrinsically, properly, naturally aligned with this kind of communication? Because it's because let me remind our viewers what we're talking about. I don't survive, I thrive. So thriving for me is communication without words. Yes, brother, talk to me about non-verbal communication. Thank you.
As we raise our frequency and vibration, and we want to connect with this kind of people, humans, souls, like me and you, let's say, we're on the same vibration, and we have this bond together. This I see more and more people starting to have more, to take more messages from telepathic messages.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
from
Yes.
other people that they are in connection, or from the world, or from something. So I see that this is something that we activate, and I would
Yeah.
say that it isn't the most. Uh, it is, I would say that is something of the basic abilities we have. Telepathy is something
Yeah.
of the basic. We have so many abilities, and to to do, and many things we can do with our souls and with our bodies that we don't even imagine. So
Yeah.
telepathy is something very basic, and we can practice it also. We can practice
Absolutely.
it. Yes,
Beautiful,
but
brother. Beautiful.
and through fasting, and through dry fasting, through meditation, and through these practices, we can accelerate it also. And something
Yeah.
else is that when we do retreats together, I want to do. I would like to do it like also 7 days. You know, 7 days or 9 days or 21 days, because
Yeah.
there is where the big changes happen. Because
Yes.
the
Yes.
body also needs some time to adopt, and to, you know, so it's very good to make all
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
things together, you know, and
Absolutely.
so yes, yes, but this is
I was.
another
Mhm.
conversation we do in private.
Of course, of course. But I was going to say, 3 days, but and it's 3 weeks, because when they leave, so people come for 3 days, for 3 weeks, we still keep in touch with the people that have come to the retreat. So what I'm saying is that when they come and they do the activation, they go away, and things will begin to surface. It's very important that we're there for them for a minimum of 3 weeks, because of this. Better still, if they are close vicinity, because
Yeah.
people, they get scared, when they're letting go of certain things. They might start feeling a little bit their head might feel a bit drowsy or whatever. That somebody's there for them, as to comfort them, to say it's okay, it's normal to, when you're releasing things, that you sometimes feel a loss or something, or whatever the nature will be. But
And also is the preparation
yes.
before the 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
awesome, bro. It's been
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic conversation as ever, brother. There was a lot more I wanted to talk to you about, but obviously we can organize another conversation in due course. If there's anything that you would like me to promote or to share, please, even if you're not able to do it now, I'd be happy to do it very soon. Unfortunately, I've been banned on Facebook. I've been a bit of a naughty boy. I think, is it 48 hours, Katrina, isn't it? It could be a couple of weeks. But what I'll do is I'll get Katerina to share it now on my Facebook. So if you send me information, I give it to Katerina. Katerina then puts it on my. It just happened recently, and it was some kind of violation. So it's okay. It's not a problem for me. But
I
I'd be
can
happy.
I can
Yeah.
say the only thing I want to say to the people that are watching us, just like information. What we do now is I have two groups. One group on guiding on diet. Every
Yes.
week we have meetings, and I guide people on lighten their diet, and we do group fasting also together. And so we go group detox, or if someone from the group want to make a bigger detox, I guide them somehow, or I bring my people to guide them. I have a herbalist, one friend he's a herbalist, so they work with him. And one group of meditation, we do meditation every week, meditation classes like 2-3 hours with teachings also, and we do practicing. So we have this. And the other thing is that I want to expand more on more international level, is the guidance on through liquid diet to know yourself. Let's say it like this, simply. To know yourself through liquid diet initiation. I do like 21 days liquid diet initiation. I can do it in English also. If we
Yeah.
have now 10 people, we can do
Yeah.
it together
Okay.
also. If
Sounds
we
fantastic.
have 10 people, they can let us know and we can do one guided initiation on liquid diet and on meditation together, and we can use many things and breath work so they can dive deeper. And it's a very safe method to do this and to expand in very short time more. In 21 days, someone can expand like for 6 months or for
Yeah.
1 year work with himself. So it's something that I want to promote it more now. This
Fantastic.
liquid diet initiation is very, very good. And we do
Yeah.
this in Greece also. And in July also we have a festival here that I will invite you if you want to come on this festival. Is 7 days in nature, and many people from all over Greece, they will give something, like a workshop on every aspect of healing and spirituality, music, breathwork, meditation, fasting, many things. So I will invite you if you can come here in Greece for 7 days and stay in a tent. Also, we stay in tent. In a very beautiful place. You can come. It's like 7th of July with 14th of July. And if
Fantastic.
someone is close here in Bulgaria or here close to Greece and wants to come, we
Yeah.
can send more information.
That would be fantastic, brother. We start putting it out already so that people can prepare for this date. And so, brother, thank you so much. In closing, if you want to say anything for these beautiful times with this planetary alignment, is just if you want to say for a minute or two anything that you want to transmit a particular frequency of love from your heart, this is your time to say it. And it's thank you so much for all that you do for the planet. Physically, although we don't feel we see each other as much as we would like to. In fact, physically, we've never had the pleasure of even hugging each other, but we have done more than that, brother. We've converged our energies into that unison, and it is one of the most powerful forms of yoga. And also, brother, if I can you don't need validation from me, but I feel very empowered by your tone, by your beautiful energy. So for me, these tones are so good for the soul. So from the bottom of my soul to your soul, thank you so much. You could end the show, brother, on something that you want to say to our viewers right now on this unprecedented times. I leave it to you. Thank you so much, brother.
It is my pleasure that I'm here also and we do this conversation because I open more. It's a chance for me to open more and to nourish myself through this exchange. The only thing I want to say now that is coming up is uh, take care of your physical body, make strong your physical body, because the physical body can absorb the energy and can ground it in the muscles and in the bones, and start to have more discrimination, because many information coming out, many people saying this and this and this, and is not good, either the misinformation or the too much information. Meditation more, connection with nature more, and not and try to not give so much attention to the negative aspect of what is happening, or try not to attach to the emotion of what it gives you, the negative side, After when we watch too much negative news, the emotions start to change. So try to not leave yourself to this state, because we want to change the vibration. We will change it through energy, but we will change it through physical work, through connection in the physical plane. You know, me here in Greece, we're doing many things in the physical aspect, with food, with this and this and this. With connection with Bulgaria, with this, so we have to ground it more in the physical, in the body, in the earth. So try to connect with people that uplift you. This is the most important for me, because sometimes I'm alone on this, because I'm in a place now that I don't have so much people with me, but I have nature with me and myself. So when I'm myself, I'm very good, and I raise my vibration because I found it. So try to know yourself and to master yourself at all levels. Master yourself at all levels. This. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And I'll speak to you soon, brother. Yeah, I'll speak to you soon. And thank you very much for your beautiful divine presence. And I'm really, really grateful. And sending Greece and all our beautiful viewers, listeners out there, we love you and thank you for everything. All right,
Thank
brother.
you.
See you soon. We'll speak to you soon. All right. Much love.
Bioactivator would like to thank you for your kind support and donations. Through Barrett Tunian's guardianship of this platform, his activation of truth harmonizes, neutralizes, and unblocks the meridians that connect, balance, and purify all that comes in contact. Do no harm is the key that fully opens the heart's voice to be in the union of the I Am presence, and will represent every living organism on the planet whose voice would otherwise not be heard. Remember, the truth will set you free. Do no harm, cause no loss, and do not impose upon the freedom of others. Love, light, and